Hi, and welcome to AMA Puget Sound's Coffee Talk series live on alternating Thursdays. This week is a little different. We don't have a guest this week because I wanted to give everybody updates to what we're doing, updates on the chapter, the channel, and what we have planned when we hit 100 subscribers, as well as answer a few questions that I've received personally through doing this series, which is so fantastic. So this is, like I said, going to be an extremely shorter episode compared to previous. So before we get into it, I do want to say thank you to everyone who has supported this channel. We've been very, very, very fortunate to have had some amazing guests on the show, and I thank every single one of them for their time, their candor, and for sharing their knowledge with all of us. Again, I want to thank the AMA Puget Sound board and the volunteers. Without them, this show wouldn't be possible. And I really thank them for supporting this endeavor and really making it shine. And most of all, I want to thank you, the viewers. And if there wasn't an audience for the show, we wouldn't be doing it. But there's an audience, there's you, and I really appreciate it. So please keep watching. There's that. So I do want to answer a few questions that we've gotten since we started back in November. So 22 episodes. This is our 23rd. This isn't really an episode, though. Questions that I've received is, first of all, what is AMA Puget Sound? That is a very good question, especially if you're not familiar, if you're not in this region or in marketing directly. So first of all, AMA Puget Sound, we go by a few names. First of all, AMAPS or AMAPS. Back in the day, we were known as PSAMA or Puget Sound AMA. And in 2016, the National Association had us go through a rebrand, which we did. And we went to an AMA Puget Sound or AMAPS. AMAPS is what I like to call it. AMA, American Marketing Association. It's a 501c3 organization. Our chapter specifically is a 501c3 nonprofit, volunteer-led organization, and we are affiliated with the national organization. And we have been a chapter since 1944. Previous to that, there really wasn't anything here. So we joined up with National in the 40s, and we've been going strong ever since. Over 75 years. That's amazing. What prompted the chapter to do this series? That's a really good question. So we started the series back in November, and the idea for it actually happened before that in the summer. We were planning out the next year and what activities were we going to do. Because of the pandemic, we couldn't do anything in person. We could do Zoom, and I think we were all kind of zoomed out even back in August, September last year. So one of our board members at the time suggested doing a live series. There wouldn't be as much work as opposed to a final video series, so a finalized video series. This was something that can be watched at any time. You don't have to register. So that cut down a little bit on the work on our end, which was great, especially since you can imagine during a pandemic, you lose volunteers. So we needed to do something that was accessible, extremely accessible to everyone. And this is what we did. It's been extremely fun, and I've really enjoyed it. And so that kind of begs the question, who am I? Through this series, I have introduced you all to an amazing list of guests, like I've said, but I haven't really talked about myself. I've inserted stories that I've had. Very quickly, I'm Julie Lichtenberg. I am the immediate past president of AMA Puget Sound. Before that, I was in retail, and I should start over. When I was starting in high school through probably my mid-20s, I was in retail management, sales, hadn't thought about marketing. And I really, really enjoyed the idea of marketing at the time. So in 2006, I enrolled in Northeast Wisconsin Technical College to earn my associate's degree in marketing. And I did. I graduated in 2009. I've been in marketing ever since. It's been wonderful. I really enjoy it. At the time, I was in Wisconsin. In fact, we're coming up on 7 years that we've lived in Washington, and I've been doing marketing ever since throughout all of that. And so when we moved here, I had been a co-founding board member of the Northeast Wisconsin chapter of AMA. We moved here, and there was an opening on the board for VP of mentoring. So I took on that role. I had just created a mentor program with my previous job. So here I am. After many years, I was president-elect and then president, now past president. And the reason why I'm hosting is because nobody else wanted to. And so everybody just kind of nominated me. So here I am, and that's why you're stuck with me. If you want to host, please let me know. Another question that I've gotten is, and I talked about the guest list, how has it been? How have we had such great guests? Really easy. Some folks I already know. So that was really easy. Maureen Jan, our first guest. Maureen and I have known each other for years, specifically through the Puget Sound AMA chapter. So I said, hey, we're doing this. You want to be our first guest? And she said, oh, yes. So that was fantastic. And I appreciate her for that. Through that, some folks reached out to me. Some folks, that's not a word. Some folks filled out the application, which I'm linking below in the description. And some folks I reached out to myself. There are a few people I didn't know. In fact, there are some people, that was the first time I met them. And it was really fascinating because you're meeting somebody for the first time, but it's live. So it's fun. It's really, really a lot of fun. If you're interested in being a guest, especially if you are in marketing, you don't have to live in the Puget Sound region. As you know, some folks we've had, they were in England, in Scotland, in Boston. So you don't have to be in the Seattle region. You can, certainly we can do this. We do this 11 a.m. Pacific time, so anytime. How do you become a guest? Well, I will link below an application, and that's really just to document everything. So if you're interested in being a guest and you're in the marketing industry, please, we would love to have you and share your story. So 100 subscribers. When we reach 100 subscribers, two things will happen. One, we will be able to customize our URL for the YouTube channel. Right now, it's a bunch of letters that don't make any sense. We would love to be able to update it to something more conventional to our chapter name. That would be fantastic. And in order to reward those who have subscribed at 100 subscribers, we are going to do a special extra episode, not part of our regular cadence, but we're going to do a special episode with the entire board. Since we're all marketers, we all have knowledge to share from different aspects of marketing. So I'd like to introduce you to everybody that's on the current board. And then after that, we're going to have to set a new goal. So that's what you do when you finish one goal, you set another one. I don't know what that goal is going to be for subscribers, maybe 250, maybe 500. And we'll do something special when that happens too. I don't know what that's going to be. If you have an idea, please link in, or please comment below what we should do when we hit 250 or 500. 1,000, for those of you who do know something about YouTube, you know one of the big benchmarks is 1,000 subscribers. That's going to take us a while, and that's okay. And what we'll be able to do at 1,000 is really be able to engage with the community more with polls. We'll be able to do posts and short videos. On top of that, I'm going to be transparent, ad revenue. As a nonprofit, we do have to seek funding in different ways. And since we're not doing in-person events right now, that's kind of taken a bit of a toll on our banking. So we're fine. Don't worry, we're fine. But we would like to have an additional revenue stream by then. So again, being completely transparent as a nonprofit volunteer-led organization, subscribership does actually matter for us. So yeah, if you have any ideas, comments, please list below. I'm excited for that 100 subscriber episode. So how can you help? Here's the CTA. I've got a big old CTA for you. First of all, subscribe if you haven't already. Share with your coworkers if they're in the marketing field or even sales. We've had some discussions over sales. We've had a few discussions over career development, work-life balance. Check out the episode with Bria Starmer, as well as the episode with Chris Hurd. And we talk about marketing, but we mainly talk about work-life balance. We talk about career development. We talk about remote work. So not every episode is directly marketing, but we do talk about marketing. If you're a marketer and you're in the Puget Sound region, please join our chapter. Be a member. I will link I will link below how you can become a member. And in some cases, I think your boss can pay for it, or at least give them a strong argument to pay for your membership. It's only $150 per year. It used to be $300. do it now. And if you are a member, please get involved. We would love, love, love to see you help us form the future of this organization. As I'm now immediate past president, I'm starting to step back. We do have a number of open board roles. We need a CTO, that's for sure. We need a CFO, that's definitely for sure. We have an opening for VP of Business Development, VP of Volunteers, VP of Programming, which is still a little weird because we're not quite able to do the in-person, not like we used to. So we want to figure out how to better support our members if we're not doing events. So we are doing that through career development. We're doing that through DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion. And we do have an opening for a VP of DEI. So if you know anybody who's interested, and some of those roles like CTO, CFO, VP of DEI, if you're not directly in marketing, that's okay. You'll learn a few things, but we would love to have somebody who is well-versed in those industries to help us lead. So you don't necessarily have to be a marketer to be a part of our organization. That's great, because in everything that you do, no matter what your job, I've been in finance, I've been in industrial, construction, marketing is a part of all of them. So please join us. We have other roles open, and I have a link below, or I will have a link below to apply as a volunteer or board member. Board members, there are a few extra responsibilities, but you get to go to board meetings, you get to vote on things, and just a few more responsibilities. We have other benefits as well. So yeah, feel free to sign up. Finally, if there's somebody that you would love to see on this show, please tell me. I don't know otherwise. I've been very, very fortunate so far in the guests that we've had, but I know there are a lot more people out there with a lot more stories and a lot more knowledge that we can be sharing. And that's really our goal, is to share knowledge with each other. So if there's a guest or a topic that you'd like to see, comment below. Or be a guest. Be our guest. Please be our guest. And so yeah, if you have any comments, anything like that, please list below. Nothing sassy, because I am monitoring. This is it. This is our shortest episode. Those were the updates that I really wanted to give. Subscribe, share with others, and I'm really excited to come up to our 100 subscriber episode as a thank you and introduce you to the entire board. I really am looking forward to that. That may not be a live episode. It may be. I don't know yet. So we're very close. I think as of this morning, we had 79 subscribers. We only need 21 more. In addition, please, if you're a marketer, we would love to have you as a guest. I can't think of anything else that I want to share with you right now, aside from coming up, our future guests. In fact, when we do return in 2 weeks, we have Stan Phelps. If you don't know Stan, oh my gosh, what are you doing? He is the goldfish guy. In fact, you can see, well, you probably can't see my bookshelf, but I think those are his books. No, those are his books. I have a couple of the goldfish. I think I have the diamond and the pink and the purple, and we'll get into that more. And another future episode, we have Aaron Templer, another AMA guy. So, and he has a book out as well, or will have a book out. We'll be talking about that, all about marketing. Until then, I want to thank everyone one more time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been such a wonderful opportunity, and I've loved every single minute of it. And I've gotten some wonderful positive feedback from everybody, as well as people being inspired to do their own show. And it's so fantastic. I love this. I love this community, and I'm really happy to be doing it. So thank you all. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your day, and good luck to all of the parents with back to school. And we'll see you next time. Bye.